In this video, we're going to show how to do two different division algorithms. We're going to start with the scaffold method, and then we're going to do the standard division algorithm. Okay, so for the scaffold method, the example I'm going to use for both problems is 268 divided by 5. So what do? I start with putting this number, the number I'm trying to divide, underneath the division symbol. So 268, and I draw the division symbol. And then the divisor, the number I'm trying to divide by, it goes on the outside. So I have the 268 under the symbol, the 5 on the outside of the symbol. Okay, so for the scaffold method, what I do is I ask myself, how many times can 5 go into 268? And I can think of any number I like. So maybe I think, well, I know 5 times 2 is 10. So 5 times 20 is 200, so I can take 25s and place 100 right here. So that would be 5 times 20. And then what I do is subtract. So 268 minus 100 is 168. And then I see, well, I have at least 100 more, so I could do another 20. That would be another 5 times 20. I'm going to subtract that 100 as well. That's going to leave me with 68. And now I can say, all right, well, how many times does 5 go into 68? At least 10, so I can put another 10. And then 5 times 10 is 50, which I write down here, 5 times 10. I have 18 left, so I say, how many times does 5 go into 18? The answer is 3, and so I put a 3 up there at the top, and 5 times 3 is 15. I subtract, this one's 5 times 3. 18 minus 15 is 3, and I could keep going with decimal places if I wanted to, but in this particular case, I'm going to leave that 3 as a remainder. So now to find my answer, I add up all of these things. 20 plus 10 plus 3 is going to give me 53, and then I have a remainder of 3 that comes from here. So that's how I do the scaffold method. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the standard algorithm for 268 divided by 5. Again, we're just reminding ourselves of the steps here. So I take the 268 and I still put it under the division symbol. I put the 5 on the outside. And now my first step is asking how many times does 5 go into 2? And the answer is none without making fractions. And I want to make whole numbers here. So instead of just looking at the 2, I look at this 26. How many times does 5 go into 26? The answer is 5. All right, 5 times 5, 25 under the 26, and I subtract, and I get a 1. And then I bring down the next digit, so that's an 8. This 8 drops down next to this 1, and I ask how many times does 5 go into 18? The answer is 3. So 5 times 3 is 15. I subtract 18 minus 15, I get 3. Again, I could continue going with decimals if I want to, but in this particular case, I'm just gonna keep that as a remainder of 3. So my answer now is at the top of this line, 53, with a remainder of 3.